Hey, it's me, Mario!
Right, we've now got all the parts from the dealers. We've got one O-ring more than we need, and I don't know what it's for. But anyway, not to worry. And this wasn't leaking at all, so to be honest with you, that backup washer is in good condition. I think rather than mess around with it, I'm just going to leave it on. Because to be perfectly honest with you, I can't say I'm too bowled over by the new one. Now I'm going to leave it on. So we'll leave that on. Put the new O-ring on. That for some reason has got a bit of red paint on it. Can you see it just there? I don't know why they sent two, because there's not two came out. The diagram doesn't show it. That seems to have gone on really well. We'll put some red grease on it when we put it back in. I'll just have another quick look at the diagram, but it doesn't show it, so I'm not really sure what that's all about. I've grown to quite like this. It's made basically for hydraulic systems, and it really makes things slide in fairly well. The filter was in the right way around, and I think the sealing ring they're on about is this one here, because in the book it talks about a sealing ring. Well, again, oops, that just dropped straight over there, so why they've sent two, I've no idea. Bit confusing. That's sprung loaded. Oh, I don't know if you can see in there. There's a spring in there, sprung loaded, and this is the bottom of the filter, and in the top is that sprung loaded bit where the poppet fits onto. And as you know, the poppet was in the wrong way around. So we'll slide that filter in. Yeah, if you look at this, look, this is the old one, obviously, the new one. This one's got this sealing ring sort of thing on the bottom of it, and that one's made longer, so slight difference in design there, as you can see. And the spring fitted inside this reset on this one, so yeah, I just hope it is the proper filter. And when it's in, that sits like that. But with this one having a collar on, it meant the spring actually went inside and kept central. Don't understand why they've altered that. Don't look right to me. What's going to stop that spring from falling? That, I suppose. But the filter's all lopsided. Going to take a couple of pictures of it on my phone. When do you ever see metal to metal on something like that? You just don't see it, do you? Just doesn't ring true. When oil's forced in here, how's that going to seal? That is not going to seal, is it? How can that possibly filter? You can see how that one does. See what I mean? We've got a seal there. That's got to go in there like that. Then it's going to be far too long. Miles too long. Look. I smell a rat, don't you? That's not right. And even if we put the O-ring in like that, that still doesn't make any seal at all. Something wrong there, isn't there? So it's abandoned ship tonight. I think ring them tomorrow and see what they've done. Oh dear. It's so maddening, isn't it? Right, we just have to abandon ship because that doesn't seal. That's not the right one. We can put the other filter on. So disappointing. And I bet they're not open tomorrow, it being Saturday. Oh dear. Right, I'm going to abandon it. Okay, we'll have a look in a minute. Right, I just had a measure. I'm just going to try and see if it'll press in. It doesn't look right to me, but there's a bit of a rough edge round here I'm not happy about. Right, that's took that lip off. Don't know. Let's see if it'll go in. As you can see, there's nothing to centralise it. Well, much to my amazement, that's gone in. Still got to encrust the filter. Right, next bit. Right, the poppet, according to the book, goes in that way around. When we took it out, the big end of the spring was that way, like that. So it hasn't been working properly. So we put a new poppet in, and that drops down there. Like moi. And that presses it in. Right, okay, that is definitely how it's shown in the book. It doesn't seem right, does it? There you go. I cannot see how that ever presses that down inside there. It just does not make any sense whatsoever. Now if that had all gone in the other way up, I could have understood it. Well, that's how the book's showing it, so that's how it shows it. Oh well, bit bewildered by all that really. And there's no hole through there, all that's for is just pulling it out. You can see the filter in there, and it goes that way up on the tractor. Right, I'll go pop it on the tractor and we'll see what happens. All a bit of a tight fit, isn't it? Before I change the other filter, I'm going to start it up and just make sure it works. I'll just get a spanner for this 13. I should have said 1/2 inch, shouldn't I? Right, we'll just fire her up and see what happens. I'll move the camera back in case oil sprays everywhere. Cap back on. Well, looks okay. We'll drop the filter off either side. Or do I wait till morning for daylight?